Morning. As Anton said, I'm from Porto. I'm going to present our circular model and with regards to organic waste from prevention right through to selective collection and a little bit about its recovery or valorization. And I'm going to give a bit of context. Porto is the second largest city in Portugal after Lisbon, and it is 42 square kilometers in size with a population of 230,000. And in addition to this, we have a floating population of almost 200,000 people. And in the year 2018, we had almost 8 million tourists visit the city of Porto. Porto is the center of the metropolitan area and has been classified by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The company where I work in Porto Ambiente, can you not hear very well? It's a municipal company which was created in 2017. It's a very new, recently created company. It's in charge of managing waste in the city of Porto and for the street cleaning services. And right from the start, in Porto, we have tried to promote the closing of the cycle with sustainable practices in order to have a more circular economy in the city. So to promote local consumption of the food made locally, right through towards the valorization of waste locally by domestic composting or in industrial plants. So, well, we have with these 6 points, first of all, we have production. In Porto, we always try to encourage regenerative production at a regional and local level. And since 2004, we have community allotments project. We have 13 allotments with 530 users approximately. They have their small patch and they can grow fruit or vegetables. And in these allotments, each user has a composter where they can throw their waste from the actual allotment or from home even. The composter, I'm sorry, we've lost the sound completely. And the second point we can talk about would be consumption. In Porto, we try to promote access to sustainable foods and healthy foods, promoting fresh produce markets. The largest market that we have is called the Boliao market. I don't know if you have heard of it, but it's a very pretty market. It's been reformed recently and it's really lovely. So if you get the chance to visit it, I recommend it. In addition to that market, we also have a weekly market which has been functioning for 18 years in a park in the city park, and we have 16 organic producers that sell their products there. We also have another 6 markets in other parts of the city. In addition to these fresh produce markets, we have another project which are the Good Food Hubs, which began last year, I think. This has created a local sustainable network for short distance deliveries of baskets of fresh produce. And the third point would be collection, which is the collection carried out by the company that I work with. We can't see the photo, unfortunately, but the collection of organic waste in Porto began in 2008. It was successful with restaurants, hotels, and homes as well. We have door-to-door collection, And 3 years afterwards, we began in the residential sector in specific areas where there are single family homes. We have another project called Orgánico. This began 2 years ago in April 2021. And in the photograph, we can see that we have the brown container, which has been positioned together with the other ones in the street. This container has an electronic device, which means you need a card to open it. And that makes sure that people only use it to deposit their organic waste and not other items. We've had door-to-door awareness campaigns, which are still underway because we're still developing this project. And we provide this small bin, which people can have in their kitchen. And they have the card that they need to be able to open the large container in the street. In December of 2022, we already had 30,000 homes participating in that project. And we have collected approximately 2,000 tons of organic waste. We hope that in 2023, well, right now we have 50–60% of the population with these containers available, and we hope that by the end of 2023 we will reach the whole city. After that, the fourth point would be valorization. In Porto, we have centralized treatment in Lipor, in the Lipor plant. If you've been to Porto and you've had the chance to visit that, you will have seen the Lipor plant. It's been there since 2005 and processes organic waste collected in Porto. That plant can treat 60,000 tons of bio-waste because it's organic and the green waste each year. In addition to this centralized treatment for the selectively collected waste of that kind, we also have local treatment. Since 2007, we began to provide individual composters for people to have this in their home and to do domestic composting. And we have provided 2,500 of those. They can be used to produce between 250–300 tons of compost per year, and this compost can be used in gardens. With these individual composters, we also have begun in 2021 to provide community composting, as you can see in the photos, with 2 composting heaps, let's call them. And we have 150 families involved in this. And the last 2 points refer to prevention and awareness. We have, as we mentioned earlier, we have the campaigns, door-to-door campaigns to increase awareness for the Orgánico project. We have created information points so that people can go and get their container and the cards that they need to open the containers that are in the street. These structures were set up in locations where many residents would be passing by, in supermarkets, shopping centres, or close to the entrances to buildings. We also have this mascot, the banana, to kind of attract the attention of the children. In addition to awareness campaigns, we also have a network of participating restaurants, solidarity restaurants. There are 3, and they can produce 560 meals per day to be distributed to people with low income or with social needs in the city of Porto. We also have a project. I'll try to translate it. It's dose certa, but we could translate it as the right dose, correct dose. And this has been done by Lipor together with the Portuguese Nutrition Association. Within this project, We try to fight food waste in school, dining services, or in restaurants, so that what is served on the plate is what is going to be eaten in order to reduce waste. So we've been working with 19 restaurants and associations in that project. We also have a project called Embrulia, and this is also difficult to translate, says the speaker. It's a bit like packaging, and the restaurants have these boxes that they can offer to their customers so that they can take any leftover food home. Right now we have almost 60 restaurants participating, and we have managed to avoid the creation of 36 tons of waste by means of this project. And the last project, but equally important, we have ugly fruit, is what we've called it, fruta feia. And we have the slogan which says, good-looking or beautiful people eat ugly fruit. The idea is to change people's eating habits and create an alternative market for the so-called ugly fruit, which often are not accepted for regular supermarkets. And in this way, we've managed to avoid the production of 108 tons of waste. So that's it from me. Thank you very much.